Have you ever had a coworker who sends emails so long you start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and by the end you still have no idea what they are trying to say? Well, imagine doing that to an emperor. In ancient China, if you send a government report full of nonsense, the emperor didn't just ignore it. You might actually get punched in the face. Let me explain. Part 1. The Emperor who hated long emails. In 1385, during the Ming Dynasty, the Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang, founder of the dynasty, famously hardworking and famously violent, received a report from an official named Ru Taisu. This man submitted a 10,000-word memo. Yes, 10,000, as in longer than half of your homework essays combined. Zhu Yuanzhang thought, oh wow, a report this long must be important. So he asked one of his secretaries to read it aloud. They got to 16,500 characters in, and the emperor still had no idea what the guy was talking about. Now, you have to understand, Zhu Yuanzhang was busy, very busy. Historians calculated that during 1 week in 1385, he received over 1,700 memos and handled more than 3,300 cases. That's about 200 reports a day. So, imagine being this overworked emperor, and someone sends you a giant block of meaningless corporate buzzwords. He snapped. Rather in court, he beat Ru Taisu in front of everyone. But here's the fun part. After punching the man, Zhu Yuanzhang still said, all right, keep reading. And when the memo finally ended, the emperor went, actually, this has like 5 pretty good ideas. So he praised the guy, then scolded him again, then praised him again, then banned the long-winded reports forever. He basically said, if you have something to say it. Don't write me a novel. Part 2. The Qing Emperor who also couldn't stand nonsense. The only emperor who rivaled Zhu Yuanzhang for being overworked was Emperor Yongzheng of the Qing Dynasty. This man handled so many reports daily that even modern CEOs would cry. One day, he opened a memo from an official named Da Se. It said, your servant Da Se humbly reports that your servant Da Se has nothing to report. That's it. That's a memo. This was like sending your boss a blank email with the subject line, urgent. Yongzheng exploded. He wrote a reply longer than Da Se's entire career, basically saying, if you can't find any problems, then you are the problem. So why did emperors get so angry? In Ming and Qing China, memos were the main communication channel between the emperor and the local officials. For hard-working rulers, this was serious. They wanted straight answers, real problems, real solutions. Not poetry, fluff, or a novel that starts like a TED Talk. If officials kept sending long-winded nonsense, it meant wasted time, delayed decisions, and possibly disasters in the empire. So emperors had no time for corporate-style failure. Final message. If you lived in ancient China and wrote a government memo full of buzzwords, empty phrases, dramatic introductions, or just too much fluff, you wouldn't just annoy your boss. You might get beaten by the emperor and then praised for your good ideas, and then yelled at again for wasting his time. Ancient Chinese bureaucracy, efficient, terrifying, never boring.